Do I have your attention?
The T-Rig comes with a backbone, a camera arm, a camera knob, and an end stop screw. You assemble the T-Rig to any tabletop or desk or even a board by turning the clamp knob clockwise looking from above. Then you slide your camera arm onto the backbone. Put in your end stop screw, and we'll see in a second why you want that. And then you attach your camera using this knob with a standard 1/4-20 thread that's found on virtually all cameras. The purpose of the end stop screw is you don't want to go flying off into outer space with your camera when you zoom out. And then you adjust the amount of friction of the slide to get a nice smooth ride according to the weight of the camera. At this point, you put a pad under the camera, get a pen, and now using this high technology you can amplify the capacity of this low technology.
The setup I'm using for this recording consists of a Canon ZR-100 camera. I don't think you can get those anymore because Canon keeps coming out with improved versions. I saw a ZR-800 for around $155 at Broadway Photo on the web. In any case, you can get an inexpensive camera and put it on the T-Rig, which has a backbone, a slider, a table clamp that goes on a desk or a table or a board. And I have a pad. This yellow pad is right here. And I have an OT light to illuminate the story. And that is a model OTL 13DWS. And that 13 stands for 13 watts. So I'm not using much light here. The T-Rig, you go to distancedrawing.com, it's $160 without the software. I'm not using the T-Rig software, the view and capture software. I'm recording directly to hard drive in a PC. The PC is running XP, and I do have an IEEE 1394 PCI card in there, so the camera is going right to that like this. Okay, and you know a PC can be had these days for $250, and this card here is around $25. So let's say there's $30 for the lamp and the camera is $200. You do the math. That's a very economical story. In the late 1980s, I was a programmer in the Laboratory of Biophysics at the Rockefeller University in New York City, where there were many experiments on vision by implanting electrodes in the brains of cats and monkeys. And I got real interested in neurophysiology and started to think real hard about how to somehow make a simplified model of the connections between the somas of neurons. By March 24th of 1989, I had started to call my new idea temporary state machines, and that was supposed to be a conceptual blending of time with finite state machines. The first example I drew in the new notation was a one-shot. A one-shot is a colloquial term for a chip that you can get for electronic circuits that can be in one of two states. When it's in its rest state or the low state, it's waiting for the input of a signal like rising edge, voltage going from 0 to 5 volts, let's say. And the arrival of such a signal triggers the one-shot from its low state into an active state or a high state. And based on a capacitor and resistor timing circuit, the chip stays in the high state until it times out back to the low state. By April of '89, I had accumulated a bunch of examples, and I want to just tell you something about how these work and introduce you to the very simple notation for what I now call timing machines.